In the grand theater of human existence, there is a silent, creeping tragedy unfolding every single day, one that Ralph Waldo Emerson identified with surgical precision when he declared that imitation is suicide. We live in a world that is louder than it has ever been, a world that broadcasts its expectations through every glowing screen and social feed. Yet in this cacophony of connection, the individual voice is being systematically strangled. The price of imitation is not merely the loss of a unique style or a different opinion. The price is your very genius, that spark of the divine that was entrusted to you and you alone. From the moment we enter the halls of education to the time we climb the corporate ladders of the modern American landscape, we are subtly and overtly coached to blend in, to smooth over our jagged edges, and to adopt the polished veneer of the collective. We are told that safety lies in the middle of the herd, but Emerson reminds us that the middle is where the soul goes to die. When you follow the crowd, you are walking a path that has already been paved, which means you are never truly exploring. You are merely commuting through someone else's life. Think about the immense energy, the sheer cognitive load that goes into maintaining a persona that fits the current trend. We curate our thoughts to be palatable. We filter our passions to be popular. And in doing so, we commit a slow, rhythmic betrayal of our own nature. Genius is not the byproduct of fitting in. It is the result of a fierce, almost violent commitment to one's own inner vision. It is the ability to look at a world that says, "This is how it is," and have the audacity to say, "This is how I see it." The crowd is a jealous master. It demands your soul in exchange for the comfort of belonging. But what is that belonging worth if you have to leave yourself at the door to enter? We see it in the way we talk, the way we dress, and even the way we dream. Our aspirations have become standardized. We want the same houses, the same accolades, and the same hollow victories that society has deemed valuable. But Emerson challenges us to realize that no kernel of nourishing corn can come to us but through our toil bestowed on that plot of ground which is given to us to till. Your plot of ground is your unique perspective, your specific set of flaws and strengths, and your idiosyncratic way of processing the world. When you abandon your ground to farm in the crowd's territory, you produce nothing but a pale reflection. The tragedy of the modern era is that we have mistaken visibility for validity. We think that if enough people agree with us, we must be right. But history is a graveyard of popular opinions that turned out to be wrong, and it is a monument to the individuals who were mocked, misunderstood, and cast out for standing by their own truth. Being misunderstood is not a failure. It is often the first sign that you are onto something original. The genius of the American scholar, as Emerson envisioned it, was not someone who spent their life in dusty libraries memorizing the thoughts of dead men, but someone who used those thoughts as a springboard to launch their own. We have become a society of echoes rather than voices. We retweet, we share, we mimic, but we rarely originate. This killing of your genius happens in small increments. It happens every time you bite your tongue because your idea is too out there. It happens every time you ignore a deep-seated intuition because it contradicts the data of the masses. We have been taught to trust the map more than our own eyes, but the map is just a record of where other people have been. If you want to go somewhere new, you have to be willing to get lost. You have to be willing to sit in the silence of your own mind, away from the digital noise, and listen to that subtle internal vibration that tells you who you really are. This is the rugged individualism that built the soul of this nation, not a selfish disregard for others, but a sacred regard for the integrity of one's own mind. Society is a joint stock company where the members agree to surrender their liberty for the security of their bread. But the bread of conformity is stale and bitter. True nourishment comes from the creative act of being yourself. When you stop following the crowd, you will feel a sudden cold wind of isolation. People will look at you with suspicion. They will try to pull you back into the fold because your independence shines a light on their own cowardice. Do not let them. Your genius is the only thing you truly have to offer the world. If you give the world another version of what it already has, you have contributed nothing. But if you give the world your authentic, unvarnished self, you have contributed a new universe. We must reach a point where we realize that envy is ignorance and imitation is suicide. You must take yourself, for better or for worse, as your portion. You are a unique classification in the universe. There has never been and never will be another you. To waste that on being a second-rate version of someone else is the ultimate sin against nature. The crowd doesn't want your genius, it wants your compliance. It wants you to be predictable, manageable, and small. But you were not born to be small. You were born to be a force of nature, a creator, a thinker, a disruptor. The cost of following the crowd is that you never get to meet the person you were supposed to become. You die with your music still inside you because you were too busy trying to hum the tune that everyone else was singing. Break the rhythm. Silence the echoes. Trust that the power which resides in you is new in nature, and none but you knows what that is which you can do, nor do you know until you have tried. The world is waiting for the one thing the crowd can never provide, your original genius. Let the crowd go its way, and you go yours, for in the end, the only path worth walking is the one that leads you back to yourself.